everyone, I'm Daisy Victoria and welcome to a video about getting dressed in the 16th century. Today I will be dressing up as a Dutch lady from the late 16th century. This costume is inspired by artwork found in the late 1500s in the Low Countries, or what we now call the Netherlands or Holland. This particular outfit is inspired by a series of paintings originating in North Holland, showing pictures of ladies with various kitchen items, most notably cheese. In fact, I have very affectionately dubbed this outfit the Dutch cheese lady dress. It took me a lot of deciphering to figure out exactly what's worn in these paintings, and I do think there is a little variation depending on which specific one we look at. I will be sharing my very first attempt at creating one of these outfits, which I actually did several years ago. By the way, this outfit is very similar in style and region to another Dutch outfit that I shared last year in another getting dressed video, which ironically, though I shared it last year, is a much newer outfit than this one. I will link that video, so if you'd like to see me get dressed in that one, you'll see another variation on a style from this region. The first layer is the shift, or the undershirt, which goes directly next to the skin. This is made of white linen. The shift absorbs your sweat and body oils, thus protecting the outer layers of your outfit. One would wash the shift much more frequently than the dress, thus making the dress last longer. If you're interested in creating your own shift, I will link my PDF pattern, which takes you all the way from drawing out your pieces based on measurements through the entire sewing process. A note is that the shift or smock pattern I have linked includes wrist cuffs and ruffles, which are skipped on this particular shirt. So if you do use those instructions, you would just hem the sleeves and leave out the ruffles entirely. The necklines of these shifts often feature some sort of black embroidery or decoration. On mine, I used finger loop braid, and I will link you to a tutorial video I filmed on how to do that technique. The next layer is a linen kirtle. This is a dress with a fitted torso and a large pleated or gathered skirt. My kirtle laces on the sides, which gives it a very smooth, clean look across the front. I am lacing this using spiral lacing, which is a period technique, and I'm using this handy little plastic yarn needle to help me lace it efficiently. I'm also using finger loop braid to do the lacing on both sides of the dress. I have fully lined this dress. It is red on one side and dark blue on the other. I sewed it such that it is reversible, so I can wear it on either side, the red or the dark blue. In period, you will see more than a single dress layer, but because I made this when I lived in Southern California, where it is approximately 1,000 degrees at most of the events, I ended my dress layers here. The next layer is a sort of short jacket or vest. I had really contemplated what was going on here in the portraits and decided on a separate vest due to the flare of what looked like the end of the garment in some portraits. I later found additional images of short jackets in Northern Dutch paintings, so I'm going with it. The vest or sleeveless jacket laces up across the front with a large gap showing the kirtle worn underneath. My sleeves are separate from my dress. The sleeves fasten onto the dress using pins or ties. Pins can be really useful for social distancing, and since we are in a pandemic, this dress will be perfect for an outing. The sleeves have metal filigree details placed at the cuffs, just like in the paintings. Next is an apron made of black linen. The ends of the ties have tassels I created in golden colored yarn. This is a partlet, which covers the upper section of the torso. This partlet is made of black wool and lined in red linen. I edged the partlet in black silk, and the front closes with metal filigree clasps. Mine on this particular piece are a cheat using hooks and eyes underneath the filigrees because I happen to really like these filigree pieces and I just wanted to use them that way. I am braiding my hair in Dutch braids in a style known as hair taping. Basically, I braid my hair and then use some ribbon to sew the hair onto my head. Again, using that little plastic lacing yarn needle. The method I'm using is based on the images found depicting ladies of the Low Countries, and it's actually a little odd because the braids go across the front of the forehead. I parsed this out from a few images and a lot of experimentation. If your hair isn't long enough, you can fake the look with false hair, which I've also done before. If your hair is super long, you can also wrap it around the back of your head first. I'm not doing that because I wouldn't have enough length. The reason I prefer Dutch braids for this versus just regular braids, in addition to seeing them in images from the period, is actually functionality. You can use the texture of the Dutch braid to secure the ends you later want to attach there, and that holds much stronger than securing it to just the hair without a braid. I speak from experience on that. A cap covers the hair and creates a base for any additional headpiece layers. This cap is made of white linen, a standard period style, and this provides something that not only covers the hair itself, but allows me to pin caps onto it without pinning into my head. The hat is a folded veil made of white linen. The front is folded multiple times and sewn into pleats by hand. These are decorative pleats. The folded veil hat is reminiscent of Dutch hat styles we still see today in folk costume. Basically, it's folded into the desired shape and pinned. You can starch the veil for added stiffness, and in the portraits from the period, it appears that some of them were more floppy and some of them were heavily starched and anywhere in between. Mine is presently not starched and holds up okay since it's not terribly large. And now I am a Dutch cheese lady from the late 16th century. Let's go frolic outside for some photos. Please subscribe and hit that notification bell so you don't miss anything I post here. I love exploring traditional cultural styles and melding that historical practice with my current imagination. Find me on the social medias as Daisy Viktoria. My website is daisyviktoria.com. And if you are so inclined, I would love to have your support over on Patreon. I look forward to seeing you again very soon. Bye-bye.